These are some of the best things to see, do, and eat in the historic California mining town of Julian. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see what I can see as we explore the town center. Starting here with Julian Pioneer Park. Right where I just passed is the Julian Pioneer Museum, where you can come in and learn all about the history of Julian. Note that place generally only open weekends, sometimes open on Fridays. Restaurants, Fat Anthony's Delicatessen here on 4th Street. There's also the Wrong Branch restaurant and gift shop over here. One of the things I love about Julian is it is a small, compact town center, like about 4 or 5 blocks that you can walk around and pretty much see all of it. So a pretty easy afternoon visit. You come here, you have lunch, you definitely have some apple pie because that is what Julian is known for. You do some gold mining activities, you do some apple picking, and you have a good day, maybe even some hiking to public restrooms. You'll find public restrooms right back here behind the town hall. This is the historic Julian Town Hall, and it is in my color, yellow, a great color. Julian is a great day trip from San Diego. It's about a 90-minute drive from downtown San Diego, about 2 hours from Orange County, or about 3 hours driving from downtown Los Angeles. This is the walk that we're gonna do. We started right here by the Pioneer Museum. This is the town hall. We're gonna walk around kind of the historic core right here and check out all of the shops, restaurants, and of course, apple pie stores. Parking on Main Street or in the little side streets is free, but it does get pretty busy on the weekends in particular, and so you might have to pay to park in some of the pay lots. Start your visit if you want to pick up some maps or things like that here at the town hall. They have the visitor center and chamber of commerce when it's open. I don't know, they say they're open 10 to 4, but they're not open right now. I don't know what the deal is. This town hall was built in 1914, but even if the visitor center's not open, they got a whole bunch of little things you can pick up right over here. We're gonna check out the things on that side of the road on our way back. But throughout the town, they've got all these little plaques that tell you the history of this place. Julian City, founded in March 1870, really a product of the gold rush. There was gold discovered here, and so everybody came out here. Just a little bit outside town, there is a historic gold mine that you can check out. You'll see some bikers going by, a popular motorcycle trip. All right, the first store we're gonna check out is the Warm Hearth. This is one of the most unique, quaint gift shops in Julian, and I feel like it really embodies the spirit of this mountain town. It feels like it's just kind of inside of a barn or something like that. So you get knickknacks and snacks and hot sauce and maybe even some barbecue rub, but it's just a neat vibe in here. We've got some like organ music that's playing in the background. Some soaps. You can get your Julian magnet, because if you're a world traveler like me, I like to collect my magnets from places, so I might have to come back and take a closer look at that Julian magnet board. Maybe play some chess while you're here in the back. Make sure you get to the back of the store, because it gets really cool back here in the back of the barn. We've got like a cool little tree. They're getting ready for Christmas. Eat, drink, and enjoy, they say, back in the corral. So lots of browsing and shopping can be done in this place. You could easily, I feel like, while away an hour in this store. Okay, we're gonna head this way and make our way back out to the street. Ooh, I like the decorations. You can tell I'm clearly here around Halloween because they've got it all decked up for Halloween. All right, lots of apple pie places, Apple Alley Bakery, pies and lunch, but one of the most famous is right here, Mom's Julian Cafe. And this place can often have long lines if you're here on a busy weekend. We're gonna pop in, let's take a look at some of these pies. Ooh, they've got sampling rhubarb strawberry flaky. I might have to try that. They have lots of different flavors of apple pie. So, and of course the strawberry rhubarb pie. And they've got lots of seats that you can come back and sit and enjoy your pie here in the back in this old historic looking bakery. Probably when you come, it won't be this empty. I've never seen this place this empty, but I've clearly come at the right time. And a neat historic stove right there. Whole pie is $24, and a slice of pie is $6.50. So let me tell you, it smells good in here. If you had smell-o-vision, oh, I really like these things. These like I don't know if they call it like an apple bomb. They probably don't. There's a sign on the outside, but I like those. You're like, Chris, you like them. How come you don't know what they're called? The apple dumplings, they're called. Thank you. And you can often see them out here making the pies and making their treats. Okay, let's go ahead and try this sample of the strawberry rhubarb pie that they gave me. All right, or that they gave me, that I took, that they had laid out right here. All right, there's the rhubarb in there. Ooh, good, sweet. I feel like I should have a fork or a mini spoon though, instead of a chopstick, instead of a toothpick. What do you think? Okay, tasty. I got my pie fill. Now we need to chew. Okay, right next to Mom's is Jack's Grocery. It's a little market in town, originally from 1890, but if you're looking for some groceries, you can pick those up in there. They're open from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. What do we got next door? Next door we've got the Julian Mercantile, or would you pronounce that mercantile? Is the C pronounced as an S, or is it pronounced as the more of a K? This is more of a, standard souvenir store, although I came in and there's a bunch of soaps by the entrance, and boy, the soap smell was quite strong. Old school heater style, that's very old in the corner to heat this place. I'm not guessing, I know it can get pretty cold in Julian in the winter because it does in fact snow up here in Julian. We're at an elevation of 4,000 feet. Thank you. They said have a good day. You probably couldn't hear them, but they did. All right. So we're at an elevation of 4,000 feet, and so it does get snow in the winter. So do check the road conditions to make sure that you don't need snow chains if you're coming up here. All right, there's another cool store right here, the Julian Cider Mill, and I want to show you what I like about this store. I told you they're famous for their apples in here. And so here at the cider mill, they have raw apple cider. So if you want to try some apple cider, you can get it cold or you can get it hot. And if you want to take some home, well, they've got gigantic half gallons and gallons, $16 for the half gallon, $24 for the gallon. I'll probably be bringing back some of that apple cider on my way home today. Okay. Continuing up this way, they got this like old, just like old-timey music. It sounds like it's from the 1800s. Okay, turning right on B Street. It's pretty easy to find your way around here because the streets are like lettered and numbered, with Main Street being the center. At the back of the cider mill, we have Romano's restaurant, established in 1982 for Italian and Sicilian cuisine. There's a historic church up there on top of that Pioneer Museum. Oh, that Pioneer Museum, they've got like an old 1920s Cadillac and things like that too. Some interesting historic things. But this, can't see the sign from down here. The sign is over here. This is the California Wolf Center Nature Store. So let's go ahead and check this place out. Ooh, look at all the wolves in here. This is cool. And in addition to the store, they've got the adult store. They've also got the children's den. This is pretty cool. So if you've got kiddos with you, they can come up in here. They can do the climbing wall. There's like a little ladder that they can climb up inside and get to the top right there where they would come out. There's a lot of fun. This place also does guided wolf tours, wolf kind of like nature tours. $40 per guest for the wolf conservation tour. Okay. Let's head back to Main Street, and you can see this little sign right here. Diamond, park here. This is going to be a paid parking lot right here in the back, so if you see one of those, well, just know you're going to pay. We've got some hikers here that are just relaxing, taking a load off their hike. The air is nice and fresh up here in the mountains. I will say the drive is a little bit windy. If you get sick on mountain roads, just maybe take your Dramamine before you drive up here. That's all I'm saying. Okay, and I wouldn't do the drive at night either. It's pretty dark at night, so definitely do the drive in the daytime. There are a bunch of Airbnbs and cottages and things like that you can rent, but get here during daytime hours. That's Chris's pro tip to you. Here on the right, we have Kathy's Dress Shop in this cool little red house, established in 1992. That's cute. What's next to it? We have Zen Mountain Yoga, Healing, and Acupuncture, which also, if you apparently need an ATM, there's an ATM right in there. But cool looking house, cool looking barn over here. The Backcountry Connections, home of the Julian Fire Safe Council. We're a little bit of everything. They've got clothing, used books, wardrobe, home goods, just a lot of these cute little stores. Why aren't a bunch of them open? You know, I feel like this is mountain town. They really cater to Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and so things don't open entirely early or all the time. They close when they want to, so it's kind of how they roll around here in Julian. But you can be sure if you're here on a Saturday and Sunday, everything's open. One of the hotels you could consider staying at is the Julian Lodge right over here. And the gold mine tours, they are 7 blocks over that way, up C Street. If you want to do the gold mine, I've done it before. It's pretty fun. You go in like a little train through the gold. Well, is that the one that has the train? It certainly has a tunnel that you go through. There's a tunnel that you go through. It's been a long time since I've done that gold mine. But I do remember it being a good time at the gold mine. There is one gas station if you need to get gas. Right here, it is this old school Ramco Petroleum. You are gonna find the gas prices here to probably be about $1 more than you find almost anywhere else. So gas up probably before you get to the top of the mountain, but if for some reason you didn't, well, in a pinch you can do it here. You can even fill up your gas buckets if that's what you need. Okay, I want to show you the rest of the main street on that side, and then we'll go check out some of the stuff that's up the hill that way. Let's speed up the walk as I get over to the green building over there. Okay, up here in the corner, we've got the Soups and Such Cafe, which also says they serve a delicious breakfast. Breakfast is pretty popular to get up here in town, but boy, they say we're passionate about serving food. Allow 30 minutes for your food to arrive at your table, and it's hard for us to accommodate parties larger than 4. So yeah, this is not a place where you're gonna get a lot of fast food. If you've got kiddos, you can bring them into the Candy Basket store, a little historic store with lots of candy in it. Mountain Beadworks, get your beading going on. Is beadery a word? We have lassos and lace, vintage clothing, and horseshoe art. Oh yeah, that's an interesting combination of things. So what's the horseshoe art? This is the horseshoe art right here. See, that's a little flower made out of horseshoes. It's a butterfly made out of horseshoes. It's a pumpkin made out of horseshoes. It's a dog made out of horseshoes. It's a frog. It's a pig. It's a Christmas tree. And, back here, if you just want to get some old horseshoes, you can get one for $3 to get your lucky horseshoe. And this tells you back in 1903, this was a place that you could rent here in this mining town. So there we go. All right. We've got the restaurant up here, De Los Altos Restaurant. Dine in, grab and go. We've got some motorcycles going by. What's on their menu at this restaurant? We've got French fries, onion rings, hot dogs, tacos, burgers, deli sandwich. You know, it's funny, De Los Altos, you would think would have a lot of Mexican food. No, pretty much an American restaurant. All right. I guess the Mexican food they have is birria tacos. Their sign says they have a little something for everyone. Isn't that nice of them? They have cheesecake and pie, too. Okay, one of the most historic hotels here in Julian. And if you want to stay in the classic center of town spot, consider the Julian Hotel here. This is established in 1897, and they have a sign here to let you know that they have all private baths and cottages. They've got some pictures up here, so you can see the inside of the rooms, but they've got them kind of like done up all old-timey feeling. I guess you come in and you're like, it's an Instagram spot, right? They're all full, no vacancy today. But if you want to buy a cart right here, you can buy that cart for $2,700 or best offer. This is also kind of a cool spot to get a photo of town. So if you want to get that like classic photo of the main street, come right up here, 3x zoom. And if you're like today, then you get a photo of my car right in there. All right. As we continue this way, what did I park in front of? I parked in front of Faith's Embroidery and Julian's Toy Chest. Nostalgic toys established in 1984. That's a long time. All right, that toy shop has been here for 40 years. And it's basically like, you know, two in the same or one in the same. it's embroidery and toys. The Old Goat, soaps, lotions, chocolates, caramel and more. There is a goat. And they tell you, don't use this door, use the other door. The other door, that's hilarious. Hi there, thank you. And back here we've got some, looks like some sports cards for sale. We've got the goat right back over here. Please don't touch the goat. Okay, I won't touch the goat. And all of your goat lotions back here. Have a good one.
You as well.
All right. This building, the building we're in was from 1872. We've got a little realty office here, Sprague Realty. They've got some prices of houses. How much is they gonna cost? This house right here, does it have a price? $325,000, $360,000, $400,000, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. So give you an appreciation. I guess those are like cheapest to more expensive. We get $300,000 to the gigantic $2 million house where you can get your own barn right there. All right, technically 1.8 million, but all right, that's pretty close to 2. Okay, what's this here? The Wheelbarrow Odometer Survey of 1894. A pioneer measured 2,328 miles of county roads with this wheelbarrow and an odometer. All right, that person walked a long time. All right, so this place, the old Julian Cafe, they say they're the oldest apple bakery in Julian, but it like burned down and they rebuilt it or things like that. They also have a long menu, but they say they're the home of the original Julian apple pie. They've got like jams and things like that. So really, this is more of a restaurant than it is a bakery. But if you want to get things to go or just some of the bakery items, I guess they have a little to-go window that you can order from the outside. Okay, well they have some flavored iced teas, they say. Strawberry, passion fruit, blackberry. Get your jams, get your apple salsa, get your pickles, get your pancake mix. Mm-hmm. We got a portrait photo studio here if you want to take some old-timey vintage photos in maybe something like this. You know, they have pistols and petticoats, they say. Now this opens up to like this is like the little Julian shopping mall, you know. We got like a 2-story building over here. And they tell you, pistols and petticoats, come visit both sides. Back in here, we've got another soap factory. We've got a knife shop. I guess you need to cut a lot of things when you're in the backcountry. Established in 1984. Lots of things were established in 1984. Apparently that was not the gold rush, but that must have been the the gift shop or souvenir shop rush. Okay. Upstairs, there's a place that sells books, it looked like. Okay. I smell the soap coming out of the soap company. Okay. Over here, we've got another little market in the Mountain Springs Liquor. So if you need some more groceries in a pinch, you can get them in there. We have the Apple Alley Bakery, where they've got a whole bunch of apple things in the window over here. And they serve lunch from 11 to 3. What's their lunch special? Half sandwich, small soup, and a slice of pie for $17.95. That's a pretty good deal. Their sign says, come on in, we're open. How do we go in? Do we go in this way? Yeah, we go in this way. Here's a little set right there. Just looking right now. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So they don't bother themselves by coming to help me. All right, good set of pies. Clearly the lunch rush is not here yet. Woo, they are, by the way, they're closed Tuesdays, so. Okay. Heading over here, we have the Julian Garage. This is probably like, I don't know if I say like the second coolest gift shop, you know, but this is like pretty cool vibe in here. Hi there.
Hi.
Yeah, so where the Warm Hearth across the street was, you know, like an old-timey barn feel, this is definitely a very interesting old-timey garage feel. Similar, you know, set of knickknacks and stuffs, but this one has like a cool little racetrack for kids, kids to play with their cars. Oh, what's this back here? I don't know, there's like an old, like, it's like a sewing machine? Or no, that's definitely not a sewing machine. That's it's got like a piston. I don't know, someone who's more mechanical. Tell me what that thing is. Now serving beer colder than your ex's heart. Ouch, that's cold. That's cold. Okay. Cool little shop there. Bring back all the things you never knew you needed. We've got Julian Realty. We're back here at the town hall. Oh, and before I started this video, I ran into fellow explorer Keith. Let's talk to him now. Now, out in front of the Julian Town Hall, I ran into Keith, the traveling frogman. Keith, what do you love about Julian?
I love about Julian is because it's so peaceful up here. It's serene, and number one, they've got the best apple pies up here.
Yeah, which one's your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
Just the standard regular apple pie, you know, with a little bit of the caramel inside of it, obviously. But I am looking forward to doing some apple picking, which I have to wait till tomorrow to do, but that's going to be a lot of fun. But the beauty up here, especially during the week when there's not a lot of folks up here, really makes it nice to just kind of walk around and feel the uniqueness of this historic town of Julian.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Keith. I will drop a link to your channel in the description below.
Thank you very much, Chris, and I absolutely love your channel. And keep up the good work, my friend.
You are too kind. Thank you so much. Right, that was as good of a place to put that clip, so let's go ahead and continue on our walk. Right here, we've got the Miners Diner in this building from 1886. And this is another, just kind of like classic everything American restaurant, like a old school soda fountain vibe. So if you're looking for one of like, I feel like almost like the neatest vibe of a place, check this place out. That's probably where I'm gonna get my lunch today after recording this video. We are now heading over this way to the Julian Market. Welcome to Julian Apple Days. Local apples sold here. So if you don't make it out to do apple, none of the apple pickings are like walkable really from right in the downtown, or they're not, at least within a couple blocks, but you can buy the local Julian apples right over here. You can pick up some more Julian apple pies to bring home. And further down here, we have another apple pie shop, the third of the apple pie trifecta here in Julian that we're gonna get to. Oh, someone's rode their fancy car here. They got their Lamborghini. Those people probably came from Newport Beach or something like that. I feel like it has like more Lamborghinis per capita than any city that I know in the world. The Julian Fitness Center, the little local gym. Pretty much all these places have signs that say no restrooms because they want you to use the public restrooms over at the town hall. The Julian Grill restaurant, which looks like COVID did this place in. That appears to be no more. But we've got a bunch of motorcycles over here in front of the Julian Pie Company. So let's check out the pies that are on offer back over this way. Oven fresh American apple pie. Cool bench out here in front. Begin smelling the pies is what the sign says. Okay. And what do we got here? The natural apple, the original apple, the caramel Dutch apple, the Dutch apple, the cherry apple crumb, the peach apple crumb, the boysenberry apple crumb, the apple mountain berry crumb, and the strawberry rhubarb that I had earlier with Halloween. So they've got the pumpkin pies too. You can also get the apple cider here too. This apple cider, a little bit cheaper, so this one might win my purchase later. They've got a little seating area. You can sit it over here, and they do have a restroom in the back and a pretty big seating area outside. So I think this one by far has the most seating. All right. How's the apple pie, Keith? Yeah. Which
awesome.
It's absolutely awesome. Here, I'm going to give you the microphone back again. So which pie did you get?
This is the apple crisp right here.
The apple crisp.
Yeah, it
All
is
right.
absolutely delicious. This is my last stop right here.
Okay.
After walking all over town right here.
Did you try any of the other apple spots or just this one?
Just this one right now,
Yeah.
but I do plan to check some out later on because I am here for a couple days.
Okay.
So.
All right, you'll have to let me know which one's your favorite.
I will though.
Okay.
But it is just so awesome running into you, man.
Thank you so much, Keith.
I hope you're enjoying yourself here in Julian.
Sure are.
Yeah.
Can't complain. It's always a beautiful day in the California mountains.
It is. And I'm looking forward to actually doing a mine tour this afternoon.
Oh, all right.
So I'm going to go check out the Gold Rush.
Will you put that in your video?
I will.
Okay.
Well, actually, this will be a separate video.
Well, there will be a video about it on your channel, though.
There will be,
Okay,
yes.
Great.
Yes, I arrived here yesterday, so my travel from San Diego to here, and that's one video, and then this is a separate video right here, and then I'll make another one about the Gold Rush. So,
super awesome. Enjoy the mine.
Thank you very much.
All right, it was great to run into Keith again. Let's let him eat his apple pie in peace, and let's go check out some of like the residential areas just behind the main street. If you want to check out what like life looks like back here, we'll kind of walk our way towards the gold mine. All right, I'm gonna speed up my walk through this section. All right, over here on the left, what life is like in Julian. This is the local dental office, Julian Family Dental. Back up here, we've got a cute little store in this cottage, the Julian Tea and Cottage Arts. Right here, this is the William Kettner House, a congressman known as the father of the Navy in San Diego. He sure is a historical figure. We have streets named after this guy in San Diego. I drive on Kettner all the time. Okay, this is B Street. We've got this cool little place here. We've got the shops, not at the OK Corral, but the KO Corral. There's a little chocolate store back there. There's another restaurant over here. There's a place that says it's the Honeymoon House. Over here, we've got some law offices, the local attorney. And this little yellow house right here. This one is a for sale historical cottage, but it's also an Airbnb. It's got a little sign that says, go ahead and rent me. Built in 1904. Cute little house. Okay, we're now on C Street. This is the one that we saw the sign earlier that said this way. To the mine, we've got the Hillside Community Church. It is definitely a hill. I am huffing and puffing walking up this hill, probably due to the elevation. It's tall, high. Tall? Can you say it's tall? Is Julian a tall town? No, it's a tall mountain. It's a high town. All right, and this brings us to the end of town right here, and to the sign that says Gold Mine. I feel like there's a drive to get down there. And after that walk, I'm kind of hungry. So let's go get some lunch, shall we? So for lunch, I went over to the Miners Diner, but it was full. There was no place to sit. So plan B, I went over to the Soups and Such Cafe, which turned out to be a really good choice. I had the brisket sandwich, $17, super delicious, super filling, and some sweet potato fries. Now I gotta have some apple pie before I go home. All right, so as promised, pie time. I came back to the Julian Pie Company because had the most seats. And I asked a few people on the street that I ran into that said, hey, are you the yellow guy? And they all recommended the Julian Pie Company. $6.95 for the slice of traditional apple pie, and you can get it with ice cream, $2.95 for the topping. All of the slices that you get for here are served heated unless you tell them otherwise. And if you want some interesting toppings, you can also get it topped with whipped cream or cheese. It will melt cheese on top of the apple pie. I don't know how that would really taste, so I'll leave that for you to let me know. But let's see how this pie tastes. It's a good apple pie. I mean, I feel like apple pie is absolutely best served hot with cold ice cream. The pie being hot, the ice cream being cold, in the middle kind of makes the ice cream this like perfect soft temperature while the pie remains hot. I would definitely do this again. Fellow explorers, if your travels are bringing you to San Diego, you might enjoy checking out my San Diego travel tips right here. Or if you want to see another cool apple picking mountain town close to Los Angeles, check out my video right here on Oak Glen. As usual, I won't say goodbye because I'll see you in the next video.